You like what you see today? Make sure you like and subscribe Rafael Pestana's YouTube channel. I am honored that I have fans everywhere I go. It amazes me that I've been able to touch so many lives, and I'm very thankful. I don't know a lot. I've never been to Brazil, but I would love to go. I hear Carnival is the most amazing thing ever. And of course, Brazilian women are legendary. I was very famous, probably 4 years into my career. I was in Amsterdam and I had people running down the street chasing me, screaming my name. And then subsequently, a lot of other cities as well. In Europe and even Australia, New Zealand, and pretty much everywhere I go, people recognize me. There are so many stories about fans, and I could never pick the best or the funniest, but one that is sticking out in my mind right now is when I went to the gym one time in a hotel, and I walked into the gym and the treadmills were all facing a mirror, and I walked in behind the treadmill so the person running on the treadmill could see me, and they actually slipped and fell on the treadmill, and it like shot them up against the wall behind them. So they fell down and then just kind of splattered like a bug up against the wall behind them. And when they got up and gained composure, they were very starstruck and asked if they could take a picture with me. It was just very funny because it was like something out of a cartoon. You know, pornography has always been a hot button topic. The world struggles with morality and religious topics on a regular basis. So having a topic like pornography that has women expressing themselves and you know, people feeling free about their sexuality in a world where a lot of cultures don't feel free about their sexuality, it will always be a debate. And that's part of what makes it an exciting industry to be in. It's always dynamic and there's always going to be a struggle. And I just always hope that people choose to lean towards progression and open-mindedness, and realize that sex is a very important part of our lives that can't be stifled, and it should actually be celebrated. And I hope that you know, as time goes on and opinions and feelings wax and wane, that we will always be fighting this fight. Scenes I refuse to do. I probably have refused a third of the scenes that I'm offered. Yeah, I'm actually very particular about what type of scenes that I do. I don't do any anal scenes. I don't do any scenes with family scenarios. I don't do any incest scenes, bestiality. Yeah, there's quite a few types of scenes that I don't do. I even don't do foot scenes unless the other performer is genuinely into feet. I have a lot of boundaries, and I think that that's really healthy. It keeps me in a happy state of mind. Oh, no, there is not. But, you know, that could change at the drop of a hat. You could easily get inspired by a performer or a scenario or even a location or an outfit could inspire you. So, right at this very second, I don't have any strong desires to film anything in particular, but that could change by the end of the day. See the emergence of platforms to be a mixed bag. It's a lot of pluses and minuses. The pluses being it removes a lot of the middlemen so that the performers and the creators actually get more of the profit, which is wonderful. But also, I think it lowers a lot of the quality of the content that is being created. While it does harbor a place for creators to be creative, I think that it also allows for deregulation and a lower standard of content. Scenes that I like to film the most are definitely threesomes, specifically. I think the dynamics between three people is very interesting, and I think that there's a lot of positions and options for performers in a threesome scene. And being bisexual, those are what turn me on the most. Changes all the time. And in the 25 years that I have been an adult, it has changed numerous times. We went from a more conservative viewpoint of pornography where it was a secret and maybe just spoke of quietly amongst friends and connoisseurs, to the internet age, which kind of brought pornography to everyone and normalized it quite a bit, to the point where we were experiencing all types of extreme or like just extra wild content. And I think that desensitizes people a little bit to it. I think the internet did that. And now we're swinging, it's a pendulum, you know, and now we're swinging to a more conservative era. There's more conservative governments in place, and a lot of the progress that a lot of the world has made as far as sexuality and sexual rights are starting to be under scrutiny. So yeah, I do. I still receive a lot of prejudices. Many of the institutions in the world are funded by conservative businesses and conservative groups, even religious groups, because conservative and religious groups often are who is behind banking, which is actually a big part of the porn industry, because the banking and the financial institutions are actually who determines who makes money and who doesn't, as far as who can process cards and what types of fees we get. And with those kinds of companies being backed often by conservative and religious groups, we do experience quite a bit of prejudice.
Você a deixar o seu like, se inscrever no canal Rafael Pestana no YouTube, ativar o sininho das notificações. Isso é muito importante, porque sempre que eu lançar vídeo novo, você será notificado. Agora o YouTube tem uma nova função que é o hypar. Você deixa seu like embaixo, ali nos comentários vai aparecer para você hypar o vídeo. Isso é muito importante porque faz o vídeo estar em alta no YouTube e eu recebo mais visualizações. Então deixa seu like, que é muito importante, se inscreva e quero agradecer a sua gloriosa audiência. Um grande beijo. Obrigado por fazer o canal Rafael Pestana continuar crescendo.